Yo, here I am. So many things that would change my life. Okay, one night I was watching Home Box Office Network all by myself, and then I moved to the West Coast, and some idiot looks at my chicken pox scar and thinks because I saw some guy get a shock treatment and a motherfucking lobotomy that he thought I actually did. Like, no, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, and I don't mean you people like technically we're all colored powered, but you know what I mean. Anyhow, that's a chicken pox scar. I remember it distinctly. Like, you can't change that about me. Okay, and I'm not my motherfucking labels or my motherfucking name brands. Like, who's gonna count how many motherfucking times I say fuck in the first fucking place? Like, okay, like I'm not acting about that. That's a true statement. However, whatever, like I don't want to tell you about what happened when I walked over here and found some mushrooms and stuff like that. Said that in front of some people and how they were like, they kind of agreed with me, but they hang their head in shame over it, and whatever the fuck. Like, but I'm trying to figure out, like, I think the mushroom or the plant identification Facebook page that I posted a picture on to figure out what these were or are. Like, I know, and then they were like, "Oh, we couldn't make comments because we thought you were going to be upset about that." And not exactly. However, I did find some other mycology websites to add myself to. Find out if they're edible or not, and one of them was like, one of the questions to be accepted to the group was, are you able to use there, and there correctly? So I put a comment saying, what if someone ate these? Should I be concerned about their welfare? I mean, that isn't my exact statement. Yet, not identically or, and verbatim. Like, that's not my exact statement. Anywho, here I am, like, I'm not starving to death yet. Here I am, and there's so many things I would have, like, changed in my life if I could just relive it, However, one of them is when I was a child, I used to watch this awesome comedic program about these, it was always a live, I think they did one live episode of these guys, this family that got great stuff living out of, garbage, about this guy, his family and all that, and how they had, how they grew up. And how this guy was so proud to have a family, and he used to find all kinds of cool stuff in the trash and stuff like that. And that inspired me as a child. Like, I was like, I want to grow up to be a garbage man. Like, I could drive it, I could hang on the back, I don't care. And I was like, I don't really want to hang on the back because, I'll smell bad all day yet. And then nowadays, like, you don't have to worry about that. They got the cool things that lift all the trash and all that stuff. And I remember one time I was home on leave, I saw one of my friends, hanging on the back of a garbage can, like jumping off and grabbing trash. And I said something, I said some rude comment, when I looked out the window, and I yelled at him. And I felt bad about that. I went back, back to war or whatever, back to operation whatever I was doing, and so I go back, and then once again, this shouldn't tie in that to Ghost in the Shell that much, but I mean, then there's that awful part in Ghost in the Shell where they got that guy who's sitting in the garbage truck, right? And he's talking about his daughter and his family and stuff like that, and then these people show up to accuse him of his life, being married and all that, as a work of fiction, and that while he's in the cell being interviewed, this guy hacks his mind somehow, or maybe hacks Scarlett Johansson's mind somehow, or this is the captain speaking. Anyhow, and she walks in there and she takes this photograph of a hologram, and it's himself in that picture, and they the guy looks at her at the end, and he smiles, and he jumps, and he lands on his knees, and he breaks his own neck and dies. Because, the picture she shows him is a picture of his face, like I'm holding my phone right now, and I'm just looking at my own face. Do I really see myself in everything I do every day? Whom hacked whom?